my lovely patrons. This is it. This is the beginning of our mandala making journey that we will be on for the next year. I want to right away let you in on a secret that I have. It's a tool that I use that I honestly have never seen anybody else use. You can buy it on Etsy. They are they're called Genevieve's Mandala Stencils, and what they are is they're dots. Can you see that? There you go. So at certain what's that word when you use a compass? Degrees. So these are all different. There's 3 different stencils and there's 3 different degrees. This one's 22.5 degrees. This one is the dots are closer together and it's 15 degrees. And then this one is for making really small intricate mandalas, and it is 10 degrees. So there is a link for these mandala stencils, Genevieve's Mandala Stencils. They're sold on Etsy. I have absolutely no affiliation with them. This is my second set. I've paid full price both times. My other set got super used up. It started tearing because I haven't been making mandalas for a long time. So that's one of my main secrets. Now we're not going to use these today because I want to give you a chance, if you want to order them and have them. We will be using them to make mandalas in the future. Just because we're going to use those doesn't mean you don't have them. I will give you a PDF that has all of those 3 different dots on it, so you can print off and have your own without having to spend the money for the stencils, because I understand that they are a little, I think they're a little high priced, but I love them and I find them extremely easy to use. So today, to start off, we are going to use just regular, this is just an old, it's a super old sketchbook that I got at Value Village. And this is just, I use this for practice and trying out new products. And so this is what I'm going to work on today to show you a couple of different ways to start your mandala. So the first way is to draw a circle. Now you can draw a circle, you can either use a compass, you can use a record, which is what I was going to do, and now I have no idea where my little record went. I had it sitting here, and that's okay. I'll freehand one, or you can freehand one. I'm not that great at freehand, but we're gonna do what we can do. So you can start and make your circle, I don't know, 7 or 8 inches, something like that. So here's my rough circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, I love the imperfection of mandalas. In the intro where I showed the mandala book, a lot of those are not exactly symmetrical, and they don't need to be. So here's my circle. Now I'm gonna just cut it in half, and then I'm gonna cut it in half again. And I'm pushing down pretty hard with the pencil so you can see. You can go very light with this, or you can go dark. And I'm not worried about my lines going outside of the circle at all, because your design, you might decide to make it outside of the circle. So I'm going to make one more line here. So it's like we're making making a pie, cutting a pie into many shapes. And I do turn my work a lot when I'm making mandalas. It's easier than trying to, you know, go ahead. So you have this shape. So we have 16, it's divided into 16 shapes. You can see that my lines are in no way perfectly symmetrical. Now you can 100%, if you want to use a compass and make a perfect circle and then use a ruler to make it all, you are more than welcome to do that. I know that some people like to do that. This is just, if you have never made a mandala before and this is your first experience, I would say just follow along with what I'm doing here. And now you can take, so you have this line. I would come out about an inch, make a mark, about another inch and make a mark, another inch-ish. And then do that going this way. And then just kind of go all the way around, making these little marks at an inch-ish. Now this first mandala that you make, this is totally practice. So there's no stress, there's no need to show anyone. You can crumple it up and throw it away when you're done. This is just to give you, just to start exercising your mandala muscle, so to speak. So mine is off, and I don't care. So I'm still going around making the little lines to mark my spot. And these are just they're just guides. They're not anything that you have to use. So what I want to do here is I just want to start making a shape. So I'm going to start, so mandalas use a lot of repetitive shapes. So there's like this shape, like a pretty skinny oval. There's this shape that's kind of like a petal of a flower. There are triangle shapes, diamond shapes, and all circles, lines. Pretty simple. So from here, I'm at the first mark I'm going to make right here. I'm going to do this kind of skinny oval shape, and it's going to touch that line, kind of go like that. And then I'm going to do it here, the same thing, like that. And then I'm going to go here and do this. And that's going to be our first, the very beginning of our mandala. So from there, you can, I'm going to make like a V shape right here. So from there to there. And that's next to the skinny oval shape. So you go there to there, there to there, there to there, Okay, so you have this shape. Now this one, we're going to go straight down to that side of the oval shape. And hopefully yours is as messy as mine. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to get out one of your markers or pens. I'm going to use this Micron, but you can by all means use something else. And we're gonna outline it, just the shapes that we made, not the lines that we made. We're not going to outline those. We're just going to outline the shapes that we made right here. And again, I'm not being precious with this. I am making my lines messy. But I want you to be able to see your first outline of your first mandala that you're creating. Okay, so we have two like peaks. We have one round, two peaks, three peaks. 1, 2, 3 here, one round, two peaks, three peaks, three peaks, sorry. So each petal, if you want to call this a petal, I'm going to go ahead and color mine in a little bit just with my black pen. If you have a colored marker or a paint pen or colored pencil, colored pencils are really good for beginner mandalas. I use them a little bit in the beginning, and then I just have a love of markers. Okay, so there's the first part, the first center of your mandala that is starting to radiate out into the world. Okay, so for your next shape, you're gonna turn your paper back so you have the two petals that are north and south and east and west, and go to this peak right here and draw a line up to this mark right here, and then come over here to this petal and do the same thing right here. And then we're going to come to this petal and do the same thing. And then I'm going to make my mark needs to be up here a little bit more. So go here to here. Okay. So we have like these arrow shapes right here, 4 of them. So then what I want you to do is come and make 4 more arrow shapes in the space between. So the same peak that you drew from or to around the petal, you're gonna go up to that mark again. So you're gonna make like a star. Okay, so there's your next radiating out, your next ripple. So from here, I want you to do, you're going to draw this similar shape, but only this way. So it makes like a, so you're going to make like a dip. So you go from this to there, and then from the other, across the other peak and up like that. So you're making like a, it's kind of like a upside down kite shape, the way we're looking at it right here. So do that all the way around. Okay, there's our next ripple out. So then we're going to do, we are going to make one of these shapes now from this shape. So you're going to go from this peak of the one you just drew and make a skinny oval like that. And go ahead and make that line all the way around. Okay, so you can see mine is far from perfect. This is much smaller than the one over here, and that's perfectly fine. No issues with that. So let's next let's do a like a circle, like a line from here to here. It's okay if it's kind of not completely round and circular. Could be flat, you know, yours could look flat and kind of like a, I guess it would be, is there 8 shapes, like an octagon? Okay, now we're going to do one more set around, and then we're gonna call our outline of our mandala done. So the next thing I want you to do is just, we're gonna make triangles like this to there. I almost did, but we are going to go back and do that, but not right now. So yeah, so go here to here, all the way around. Okay, so we did that around. Then we're going to do one more around from the bottom of this big triangle right here, from the bottom right here, and go to that line right there. Okay, so there you have made your first outline of your first mandala. Yay! So I'm gonna stop the video here and go grab some of my colored pencils. Sorry, probably markers. I probably won't use colored pencil. And then we'll start adding some color and some mark making.